Partial fractions is our new number here. So this number was about partial fractions. If you want a full topic about partial fractions, you can visit the playlist. You'll find more partial fractions. So it says, express this in partial fractions, hence evaluate this. Give your answer in the form of that. Now, we know that now we look to our partial fraction. First of all, we first check whether it's improper or proper. When we look at ours here, it's proper. Why proper? Because the s power here is 1, the overall power here is 3, so it's C, proper. You know the full thing when you visit the playlist, the explanations are there. Now so this one is repeated, this factor is repeated, here this one is linear. So we can say let our partial fraction be, now this one is going to be A over, then plus B over, then plus C over this one, 2 plus 3x. Now from there, you see, if I get the LCM here, I'll be having A into this. When I divide it here, I remain with 1 minus x, 2 plus 3x, then plus B. When I get this and I divide it here, I remain with this. Then I multiply it with that. Then plus, when I get this and I divide it here, this will be remaining with this will go, and remaining with this, I get C times 1 minus x, the whole squared. But all of that is equaling to our numerator, which is 11x minus 1. So that is the first step. Now the next step is to get the values of A and B. So you can just say, now you see that I can start by, if S is 1, x is 1, then all of this will go, and this will go. So I set when x is a 1. When x is 1, this will go to 0, and this will go to 0. So I mean with this one, so I'll be having B into, this is 1, I mean 2 plus 3, which is 5, equals, this side I have 1 times 11, 11 minus 1, which is 10. So start clearly, my B is going to be a 2. The other idea, the other factor I'm going to set is, now I can set this bracket to 0. So if 2 plus 3x, if I want it to be 0, then my x is going to be negative 2 over 3. So if you let x to be negative 2 over 3, so if our x is negative 2 over 3, when I put it here, this will go, I remain with that. So I'll be having C into 1 minus 2 over 3 all squared, equaling to, this side I have negative 2 over 3 minus 1. And clearly you see, this is going to be C into, this will be 5 over 3 is squared, equaling to, this will be, I think you see 22 minus 25 over 3. And clearly you see, this will be 25. You don't need to do this, just making sure that everyone can see what's going on. When you square this together, 25, so this 25 can go by this 1, by this 3, so that our C is negative 3 in that order. Now lastly, we come. Now we see that there's no any other, we can't set any bracket to 0. So you can choose the easiest value. For example, when I say, when my x is 0. When my x is 0, what do I have? From here, when my x is 0, you see, I'll be having, this will be 1 times, this will be 0, so I have 2a plus, here I have 2b, then here when my x is 0, I have plus c equals negative 1. But now it's that we have the values of c, so from here I start my 2a plus, if I put in the b, which is 4, put in the c, minus 3 equals negative 1. So that my 2a equals negative 2. And from there, my a becomes negative 1. So from there, I have to rewrite the whole of this. Therefore, Now my 11x is going to be now my a, which is -1 over 1 minus x, my b, which is then plus my c, which is -3. 3x, so that's now that. So now to integrate that, they want us now to integrate that. So meaning, if I ever write this at 0, now I'll be having now my integral of 0 to a half. Okay, I can allow that to, okay, 11x minus 1 over 1 minus x squared into, sorry, let me write it properly here. Let me make it look silly, more proper. So here I have 11x now. If you integrate this side, it's the same as integrating that. So I'll be also integrating this from 0 to a half minus 1 over 1 minus x dx plus the integral from 0 to a half dx. The rest is just a matter of integrating those functions. Now from here, you see, when I integrate this, I'll be having, instead we differentiate this, we get -1, then times this -1, we have natural log of 1 minus x. Okay, I'm going to put limits at once. Then plus, okay, this is going to be -2. Okay, you see that this one, when you differentiate it, you see that we increase the power by 1, but after you differentiate this, we shall be having now that minus, now plus over 1 minus x. That's how we handle that one. So now, from there, I'll be having now plus, this is going to be, this minus is going to be now, I think this is going to give us a minus now. The reciprocal of this is going to be a third. Multiply there to get now natural log of 2 plus 3x. The whole thing from 0 to a half. I can simplify further, or you can just substitute in the limits direct. And so I can simplify this to this, or so let me put in a half. First, when I put in a half here, I'll be having natural log of a half. Here, when I put in a half, I'll be having plus, okay, this one, to clear that, is we have integral of 2 over 1 minus x, the whole to power 2 dx. I can set this one bu. So if I let that one, I can set it bu, 1 minus x. So my du here will be equal to negative dx. Divide through by negative to get this. So meaning, I'll be having here the integral of now -2 this du over u squared. This one I'll be having -2. When I integrate this, I get -1 over u. So this minus and minus to give me that, and that u is that. So that's how we handle that in brief. Anyway, so now from there, that minus a half, when I introduce in here my a half, I have 0.5 divided by that. I'll be having 2 over 0.5, then minus natural log of, this one will be 0.5 times this, I'll be having 2 plus 3 over 2. That's when you put in a half. Let us put in a 0. When I put in a 0, this will be natural log of 1, plus 2 there. Then here when I put in 0, I'll be having minus natural log of 2. So simplifying that, we have, now this will be natural log of a half, plus this will be 4. I think minus natural log of, this will be 3.5 or 7 over 2. So this is this, then minus, we have 2 minus natural log of 2. So can we simplify? If I'm dividing, this would be now, I will get this, divide by this. So I have natural log of a half, divide by 7 over 2 plus 4. Then open in brackets, minus 2, then plus natural log of 2. So clearly, you see this one is going to be natural log of, get the reciprocal, it will be 1 over 7 plus 4 minus 2 plus natural log of 2. When I get this, it will multiply to get natural log of 2 over 7, then plus 2. Expressing it in that form, it becomes 2 plus natural log of 2 over 7. So that is what the question required us to do. So it's in the form of k plus natural log of b, where k is an integer and b is a fraction. So that's how we had to handle that number for partial fraction. That's it. But if you want the full topic for partial fractions, please visit the playlist. You will find more. That's it. I wish you well.